Hello, I am Lonnie.
I'm Amberlicious.
We are Untitled Nerd Network. This is what is this episode called? It's
Uh,
like
Rickternal Friendshine of the.
Spotless Mort, which is, this is the 8th episode of season 5, Rick and Morty. Um, here's one thing that I've discovered really quick before we go into the actual discussing this episode. This is the last episode for a month. We will not have another episode until September 5th. And it's going to be a 1-hour finale.
So you heard that officially?
Yes.
When did you find that out?
This morning.
Oh.
Yeah. 1 hour finale, September 5th. It's going to be 2 episodes, I guess, back to back. It's supposed to be a big event.
Woohoo!
Yeah, so this one, oh my god, like if the finale is anything like this one, can't wait. Really can't wait. This one is a direct carryover from both basically the 3 episodes of required viewing before this one are the season 2 finale during the wedding, the season 3 premiere, and then the season 4 finale, where Rick actually fights Bird Person, who has been resurrected as the evil Phoenix Person by Tammy. That episode, Tammy gets killed, Phoenix Person gets beat up pretty bad and deactivated, and then Rick is trying to fix him, because every time he flips his switch on, he is wanting to kill Rick and is like a homicidal maniac. So Rick uses this episode to actually go into Bird Person's mind and fix whatever's wrong and try to bring him back. So
It's nice to see Rick give a shit about somebody.
yeah, he does. Here's the thing: nobody is around but him. He has nobody to try to impress. He's just trying to get Bird Person back, and you see the real Rick. You peel away all the bullshit, all the outward appearances, and you get to see the real Rick here. What we also see in this episode is the memory that he claimed was fabricated, where Beth and her mom were killed, was real. That actually did happen. And they've been making it look to us like he had just created that, and that it was just like a fabricated backstory. But come to find out, he actually had decided not to work on the portal technology, and the Council of Ricks got together and decided, since he wasn't wanting to be part of their group, they were going to kill his family. They did it, and then he spent the next several years trying to bring everybody down, trying to get rid of the government, and basically his hatred of the Council of Ricks and that form of government, I guess, translated into a hatred of all governing bodies. Yeah. And he made it a lot easier for him. And he met Bird Person at a party. They did some drugs, started a band, and it was really neat to see these like real things that happened. I mean, granted, it wasn't exact memories because he was in there kind of interfering.
Right. Well, that, and he, Bird Person was trying to just remember the good stuff.
Yeah.
He wasn't trying to remember all the other things. Like, he only had good memories of Tammy that they showed.
Yeah, he had a memory, but it was of her, like, shooting him, but it was... Well, here's the thing. They made it to where, like, the Galactic Federation basically used that brainalyzer to block off all of his memories from Phoenix Person from the time he got shot. And so as far as he knew, he was dead or getting ready to die. But yeah, traumatic experience, and seeing a lot of his past and what he gives a shit about was interesting, especially seeing him react. Apparently, he didn't have anything to live for, pretty much. He was just hopping around nothing really meant anything to him because his family was dead. They do mention that he is one of the Ricks that went and started living with an adult Beth.
Mm-hmm.
But we've still got that. This is okay. So we know that he got with Bird Person. And they ended up, going into battle and fighting the government and all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then you've got that, and then you've got him moving in with an adult Beth.
Mm-hmm.
But if you go back to the episode that first introduced Evil Morty, when they had all of the, there is Zero's butthole on the screen. But if you go back and look at the episode where they first introduced Evil Morty, you see, because, they scanned Rick's brain for some old stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and there was actually a scene where he was there with a 2-year-old Morty.
Mm-hmm.
So there's still a huge window, I'm sure. It wouldn't surprise me if he did go back, when Morty was, a baby or whatever, and maybe was a part of his life all the way up through, and maybe Morty joined him on some of that stuff, and then something happened, and I still truly believe that baby Morty is evil Morty now.
Maybe.
Like, I really think something happened. I don't know. There's still a lot more we don't know, but this one really filled in the gaps. This one, how you have a puzzle, like a 1,000-piece puzzle,
Mm-hmm.
and you get the border built to
Mm-hmm.
kind of create a good foundation.
Mm-hmm.
This was the border. This episode was the border for all that. Now we've
Okay.
got to fill in some blanks here and there. So I'm just this episode was super awesome to somebody who is just super fascinated with the lore of the show like me.
Mm-hmm.
It helped a ton. So
Okay.
I'm just excited.
You are so excited.
I watched
love
this
it.
episode 3 times today, and it hasn't gotten old. This is
It's a really good episode. It's a really good episode. It really builds up Rick's character a lot in this episode. I enjoyed it. There's
Yeah.
only one thing I didn't like about this episode.
And what was that? I'm dying to know.
The fucking garage.
Yes. Okay, I agree with you.
The fucking it was so over the top, overdone. It was like certain jokes they kill by doing it too much in the episode. If they spread it out, make it an ongoing joke like that,
Yeah.
it's funny. But when they overdo it, and it's not good.
Yeah, and I agree with you on
Because
that.
I was just like, by the 2-minute mark, it felt like, of that fucking garage talking, I was like, God, will it just shut the fuck up and let's get on with the show?
I think that's another thing that
Like-
the writers did to be purposefully irritating, to kind of put you in Rick's shoes, like, oh, God, freaking garage. I've started wondering if it's...
Yeah, but he was very unbothered by it, so, I mean...
Well, he didn't seem to be... Remember, he started, like, talking to it, like, okay, I'm not gonna unplug you or anything. Let's just do this. You know?
Right.
Like, you could tell
He had to convince it that it was okay for him to go under.
Yeah.
Absolutely, but...
That's... I'm pretty sure the garage AI and the ship AI are two different things.
Yeah, because
Um,
the ship AI seemed to have a different personality.
Like
Really.
like a vicious personality, really.
Like
an
a-
asshole. But
Nah, more like a rebellious teenager.
you can tell that both of them are... You can tell they're made by Rick.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can just tell. Because, some of his personality kind of comes through with them
Right.
a little bit. And I don't know. It was... I will say, I totally agree with you that the garage scenes were the weakest link. I almost feel like they could have totally eliminated those and filled that...
Or just toned it down.
Yeah, like
Fuck.
hell, they could have turned that 2.5 minutes of garage scenes into more Rick and Mort or Rick
Something.
Pass. That would have been pretty neat.
Yeah.
Um, do you have a favorite scene in this episode?
The ending where he called Rick out on his bullshit about hiding the fact that he knew about the kid.
Yes.
And he was like, "I'll see you when I see you."
They have. It's like he doesn't hate Rick, but it's like, hey,
it was irritating.
I need some time. Like, I'm not going to go celebrate with you. And yeah, that's the big revelation of this episode: is Bird Person and Tammy actually had a child who was taken into like a prison, and so this kid is like a hardcore, like violent.
Yeah.
You know,
Tammy was pretty violent.
Yeah.
You know.
And so it's going to be interesting because we haven't seen the last of Bird Person's kid.
That's right.
But
what was your favorite?
Oh God, probably my favorite scene is probably where they're up on stage during that event. He was like, "Hey, this is." He didn't even get his name right. He was like, "This is my friend." Well, a little bit of background. It's earlier when they first met. Like Rick was probably in his 20s, and they're up on stage at like this Lollapalooza concert or whatever, like an alien Lollapalooza. And he's like, "Hey, this is my friend Birdman. We just met. We're really high. We started a band, and they're about to start playing." And like apparently they did because the memory was interrupted, by them crashing through the stage. But that was a real memory that happened, and you could
that's fun.
You can see Rick is a musician. He dabbles in music.
Oh yeah.
Because he played the guitar as Tiny Rick. He.
God, I love that meme. Because there's a meme with the Tiny Rick playing the guitar, and it's like there's like one where he's like aggressively playing as Big Rick.
Yeah.
And the Big Rick is God, his name leaves me. Lead singer of Stone Sour.
I don't know.
God, Corey Taylor. And it's like the aggressive one is Corey Taylor and Slipknot, and the Tiny Rick is Corey Taylor and Stone Sour.
Well, see, that was from the Get Swifty episode when he was an adult because he was a musician there. He was like, "Hey, Mr. President, I dabble in music." It's like, holy crap! We're hearing all this neat stuff about Rick. But yeah, hands down, my favorite, and I'm pretty sure their band name was like the Flesh Curtains.
Oh my God! Of course it was.
Yeah, because I've seen a T-shirt that looked like it was in a record box, and it had them on there, and it was like the Flesh Curtains parental advisor.
Wow.
But let's grade this episode.
All right, what do you give it?
11.
You give it an 11? Okay.
Fuck yes, I give it an 11.
Of course you do.
This right here might be...
this was a good episode. I'm just giving you a hard time. I'm not going to give it an 11.
Yeah.
But I'm... I have to go with a 9. The garage scene killed it for me. Whew. It really did.
God,
I don't want to do that, but that was excruciating for me to go through.
Okay. It wasn't that bad for me. It was just mildly irritating.
Maybe it's because I'm tired. But I don't know. It was really excruciating for me to watch. Shut up. Shut up.
I wasn't a fan of that, but it didn't take away from the episode enough for me to not give it an 11. This episode had too much entertaining stuff. It had too much backstory reveal. It had
that's true.
There was a lot of emotion behind this episode from start to finish.
There was, yeah.
And it had too much cool stuff for me to even take a chip off of, and I loved it. I did. I loved it.
I might not be being fair, but at this moment, it's a 9.
Okay. Well, our tastes evolve.
Right.
There are certain episodes that I didn't care for when I first started watching the show that now I rank up in the top half. So, Pet Zero.
I know, he just died for
He
attention.
really wants some attention while we're doing
We
this
just
review.
neglect him so much. I don't know.
But yeah, next episode is...
Stop chewing on them damn shoestrings. Get him.
You had to come up here with me, you little shit. Oh!
see it till you got him up there. I just watched. I was like, what the fuck, man?
Wow. Zero, you need to leave it alone. Okay, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap on that note.
Yep.
Looks like we're not going to have another Rick and Morty for a month. We're recording this on August 9th, which is the day after this episode aired. We're not going to be getting any more Rick and Morty until the hour-long finale on September 5th.
Yeah,
Gonna be something else.
Oh, can't
Anyway, we will see y'all in a month for Rick and Morty. Also, keep in mind, tomorrow night, we're, like I said, this is Monday the 9th. Oh, shoot, I screwed up and put Tuesday the 9th on our banner. That's awesome. That's a total screw up on my part.
Well, it'll be okay.
But anyway, tomorrow, Tuesday the 10th, we're going to be doing Roll for Intimacy. It's going to be the top 10 things that people who are good in bed do with their partners.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
It's going to be super fun. So
Yeah,
we'll see y'all
always
next
a good time.
Yep, always. I love it. Like the Roll for Intimacy, in my opinion, is my favorite thing to do right now on UNN. So
Yay!
we'll see y'all then. I'm Lonnie.
I'm Amberlicious.
We are Untitled Learn Network. This is the 8th episode review of season 5, Rick and Morty, Rickternal, Friendshine of the Spotless Mort. They're really pulling hard to try to get some of these titles to make sense. But anyway, we'll see y'all next time.